some Bible characters who met God in their fall. Because we're talking about unconventional. And oftentimes when we talk about Bible characters, we oftentimes talk about them on the way up. We never talk about the people who met God on their way down or in their lowest of low. Listen, Adam and Eve, you couldn't have been no lower than that. You just got kicked out the garden. Y'all looking at each other like, what just happened? What did we do? And the Bible says that while he was handing out repercussions, he told the serpent, and the seed of this woman shall bruise your head. He's like, there's a Messiah coming out of this. Yeah, they ain't a low right now, but out of this woman right here is going to come a Messiah, and he's going to now redeem them back. At their lowest of low, God starts talking about redemption. At their lowest of low, God starts talking about grace and restoration. And in fact, God, at their lowest of low, God kills an animal and makes a tunic or a covering to cover their nakedness. Am I making sense? At their lowest of low. Am I making sense? What benefits are you not looking at when you were at your lowest of low and God says, I still got you? I still got you. Yeah, it's a mess. I still got you. I said, I'm coming. We're gonna fix this. I'm making sense. It's bad right now, but we're gonna fix this. Now, listen, we look at Adam and Eve, then we look at this. Jacob is running from his brother. He has tricked his brother. He has tried to fool his dad. He's been in cahoots with his mom. He's done all this stuff, and now he's running and running around. And he's finally laying down. He don't wrestle with God and lost. And he's laying there now with a hurt hip, hurt feelings, and a messed up future. And now at Bethel, he lays down his head on the rock. He's so tired. He's exhausted from his life. His brother Esau is trying to kill him. His dad has just died. His mom has just tried to trick his dad. He's laying there at the worst moment, and he looks up, laying on a rock in the middle of the desert, and he sees angels ascending and descending. At your lowest of low sometimes is where you find God. Joseph said, what man meant for evil, God meant for good. So when they sought to do you wrong is when you finally discovered what God was trying to do. It took them doing you wrong to figure out, wait a minute, God, you still in this. Even though my brothers did me wrong, I was lied on, I went to prison, I've been enslaved, I've been forgot about, and then after all of that, oh, you in this. Am I making sense? Because listen, if Joseph wouldn't have come out, if he wouldn't have been ready, when they would have said, hey, Pharaoh want to talk to you, he would have been like, no. You don't know what I've been through. My brothers lied on me. They sold me into slavery. They was going to kill me. Potiphar's wife lied on me. She lied on me, and they threw me into prison. They forgot about me. I've been in this prison all these long years. I almost died and rotted in here. And it all started with a vision. And now you're going to ask me to come and interpret a dream? I wish I would interpret a dream. Am I making sense? You got to come out of your fall, because some of us, listen, the dream got you in the mess, so the dream's going to get you out of the mess. Don't stop dreaming because it got you in a mess. Now, Moses, I love this because Moses came out of Pharaoh's court, killed a dude. Killed him. It wasn't an accident. He meant to do that. The Bible says that he was angry. And he killed that man. And then he didn't accidentally kill him. It says, and then he hid the body. It wasn't no accident. I killed him, and then I'm out in the middle of the night digging holes, pushing the body in, covering it up, looking around. And one of my boys saw me and was like, hey. They went and told Pharaoh. He leaves Egypt in a disgrace. He leaves Egypt a fugitive. Am I making sense? Some of you say, well, you don't know, Dr. Moody, what I did. You don't know what I did. I've done some bad things. And Moses said, yeah, I know. Because I've done some bad things. And he says, and I didn't even say, Lord, I've done some bad things. I tried to cover it up. And literally, listen, in Exodus chapter 2, it says, and Moses became content in Midian. He learned how to live on the low. Oh, okay, we're just going to hide over here. Ain't no trouble. Don't nobody know me. I'm married. Okay, I'll just stay over here. I'm good. I'm making sense. Listen, isn't it like God to start a fire in your good? Moses chilling, working every day, got a little old bitty job, ain't bother nobody, working over here for minimum wage, ain't mess with nobody, doing this thing, ain't complaining about nothing, just working what he got to work with. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Elder Greer working at Subway. And somebody say, why are you at Subway? Moses sitting there, literally, he's sitting there working sheep, cool with it. Cool with working sheep for pagans. A Midian priest. He's like, I got a sister girl. I don't care if her dad's a Satan worshiper. It's just a job. Just a job. And God looks at that situation and says, I'm going to start a little fire in your mess. Because I know, he says, I know you curious enough that you're going to come and see what's up. And so sometimes God messes with your curiosity. You be like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm always asking him the wrong question. And he's like, no. He said, no, you're not. He says, I put that in you. Because I got to start a fire in you sometimes, even because you're going to be okay with being broke, trifling, low. You're all right with not getting paid much as long as nobody don't know nothing about your past. You're all right now with being in obscurity because being on the limelight is too much trouble for you. You're all right with just nobody knowing who you are. Yeah, you got talents, but you ain't gonna push them now because every time I talk about talents, I get in trouble. And so God said, Moses, come over here and look at this fire. And then he said, all right. And he's like, now God said, now I'm talking to you now. Who are you, Lord? Wait a minute. I thought we was good. No, we ain't good. Listen, David, you think you did wrong. Moses killed the dude, buried the dude, and ran. David took the dude woman. He took her. She just at home. She wasn't doing nothing. She at home just bathing, just taking a bath. Moses took my dude's girl. My man was out. He was out in military service. He took his girl, slept with his girl, got her pregnant, then brought my man home, tried to do some dirt. Said, man, listen, come on home and take you a weekend leave. This is dirt right here. No, man, you got all weekend, man. Ain't you Bathsheba's husband? Oh, man. Bathsheba live right over there? Man, you got all weekend. And Uriah like, yes, sir. I got you, sir. Be an armor bearer. David like, go on, man. Go on. Go home. And Uriah like, no, sir. No, sir. And David even had the party and gets him drunk. This is dirt. David is scheming. He gets the man drunk. If I were you, I'd go home. If I were you, I'd take a couple of hours and go to the house. And Uriah didn't do it. And then David's like, dang. And so David writes a note to the general and tells the general of the army that put him on the front line and then tell everybody to charge. And when he runs out, tell everybody else to pull back. And then the lowest of the low, he gives it to Uriah and tells him to take the message to the general. That's low down. And then tells Uriah, let me know when it's done. That's dirt. And literally, after all that's done, the prophet Nathan comes to him and says, David, I want to tell you a little story. There was a man who had 1,000 sheep. And David said, yeah. And he says, and he was a very wealthy man. And he says, and there was a man who had 1 sheep. David said, huh. And he says, and the man who had 1,000 sheep took the man's 1 sheep and then had the man killed. David said, what? Who did that? And David said, he says, where is that man? We should have him killed. And Nathan said, sir, you are that man. And at that point, where you on blast, David says, in sin I was created in my mother's womb. He writes Psalm 51. I was shaped in iniquity, born in sin. Am I making sense? At his lowest and low is when he found out, oh God, now I know who you really are and I realize who I am. You've got to have some benefit from the fall.
Thank you for worshiping with us today. If you liked this message, you can find the rest at cmllcstore.com. We invite you to join us again for our extraordinary worship services every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., Sundays at 4 p.m., and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, where Dr. Moody teaches how to understand the Bible, and you can get all your biblical questions answered. We look forward to connecting with you. We ask that you subscribe to the R.O.C.K ATX on YouTube and follow the R.O.C.K ATX on Facebook and Instagram to stay connected to all the R.O.C.K is doing. You can also get connected on our website at therockatx.org. Again, thank you for worshiping with us and be blessed.